There is 1 week left in the NBA season, and around this time, we're usually talking about two different things. The first conversation is, of course, about the playoffs. We want to know who's going to match up against who, what team is going to make the playoffs, what teams are going to get booted down to the play-in, and most importantly, what team could have the easiest route to the NBA Finals. I'm sorry, Boston Celtics fans. But the other conversation that we're always having is about the NBA regular season awards, and most of the time, it's about the MVP trophy. Now, it hasn't really been like this much in recent years because we know it's always going to go to Nikola Jokic or it's going to go to, Giannis before him. And then that one weird year where Joel Embiid got it. But this year there was at least a little bit more debate, right? Like as the season was winding down, these discussions started to come up where it's like, hey, is SGA deserving of the award or should it go to Jokic again? But to be honest, those conversations felt really forced. I think a lot of people know that it's going to go to SGA and that he's the guy that, deserves it. His team is the #1 seed. He's had the crazy performance, blah, blah, blah. But the point is, it felt forced. It felt like they were trying to make a conversation out of something because there was really no award race, and there hasn't been for quite some time. But man, oh man, as soon as Draymond Green sits down on that podcast set and grabs up a microphone, things can change in the blink of an eye. With Draymond Green sitting down and going on his podcast to say that he thinks he deserves the Defensive Player of the Year award, mainly because Wembanyama is out, and it feels like the award is actually up for grabs. And before we hop into the absolute hellhole that is the Draymond Green Defensive Player of the Year discussion, can we first say how crazy it is that Wembanyama has this award on lock like that? Like to have literally the entire league, even last year when, did Rudy Gobert win last year? Yeah, even when Rudy won it, it was like, thank God I'm getting this because I might not win another one ever again because Wemby is in the league. It's actually insane. No one is even trying to go up against him. Even Draymond Green, the guy that we're going to talk about it, but has the biggest ego of all egos, was like, damn, I knew I didn't have a chance before Wemby went down, but now that he's out of the question, I might have a shot. I just wanted to clarify. I think that that's crazy. I think Wemby, if, obviously healthy and has a good career standings wise and everything like that, he could end his career with the most Defensive Player of the Year trophies we've ever seen. That being said, let's talk about this because the biggest controversy around it, right, isn't even whether or not Draymond deserves it with his play. It was more about the fact that he went out and advocated for himself. He went on his podcast and said, I don't give a shit about any of these other people. I deserve the trophy. Now, as someone who has, hated on Draymond in the past or gets, told, why do you have so much hate towards Draymond? Which, by the way, I really don't. I actually really like Draymond. I love his game. I think that his energy that he brings, like that technical foul energy that he brings, I really enjoy it. It shows that he has passion for the game. I like that, okay? I personally don't see a problem with him going on his podcast and saying that he should win. If anything, I think that more players should be doing stuff like this. We're in this weird generation where guys just don't care. And it's not that they, don't truly care deep down. It's that they have to show that they don't care, because if they show that they care, then they just get made fun of. Because everyone is going, bro, what are you so happy for? People just get mad at you for liking something and wanting to win something. This is a little bit off topic, but Dwight Howard just got inducted into the Hall of Fame, or got announced that he's a first ballot Hall of Famer. And people are saying to him, or at least he said himself, everyone's like, yo, why are you so happy? You're the happiest Hall of Famer we've ever had. Bro, he just made it into the fucking Hall of Fame. I don't know. That's just my observation, though. Guys like SGA or Nikola Jokic, they don't really have this, energy of, I am so grateful for this trophy. Granted, SGA hasn't won it yet, so maybe I'm being a bit, ahead of myself there. But point is, I would like to see other players advocate for themselves to win other awards. Speak out about it. Say, hey, I deserve this, because that's just fun. I like seeing players care. So when it comes to that part, I don't mind. I don't care. I don't think it's a big deal. But do I really think he deserves the award? Or do I think that he should be the current favorite on damn near every single gambling site ever to win the award? God, no. It is ridiculous. And I think part of it has to do, obviously, with his podcast, but the other part of this is just the Warriors' agenda. They're not only one of the biggest markets in the NBA, but they also have some of the most fans. Everybody loves Curry, Draymond, the team, the, Dubs, whatever. Just the entire environment about it. There is more to gain from a media standpoint if you say that Draymond Green is the Defensive Player of the Year, or getting him onto your show, ESPN, I'm looking at you. There is more gain from that than there is going over to Cleveland and saying, Evan Mobley, why do you think you deserve Defensive Player of the Year? Like, let's go look at what Mobley has done. And listen, I know that Draymond Green is a great defender, and I know he's been like this for time. Yes, he's already won a Defensive Player of the Year before, okay? Like, this isn't something new. He's always been a defensive god. The only issue is the Warriors have been fucking ass. But when Jimmy Butler comes to town and things start flipping around and they start getting these nationally televised games and everyone is enjoying them because they won 20 out of the 22 games that they've had Jimmy Butler where he's played with Curry, all these eyes are now back on the Warriors as if they never left. There's more national media attention. There is more everything towards the Warriors, whereas the Cavaliers have been having one of the best seasons that they've had since LeBron James. Sorry, not one of the best, the best. Still don't get the national media coverage as other teams like the Lakers, which is a little bit different now that they have Luka, but the Warriors and all these other big market teams, they're better than the fucking championship Boston Celtics, and they still don't get the publicity, the love, the respect that they should be getting. And so I look at this and I really do think to myself, this entire thing is all media. Now, should I say the only thing that we have to really go off of when it comes to who's going to win this award is the gambling odds? And even though gambling odds in previous years kind of tell us who's going to win because, like I said earlier, there's really been no race, I feel like this might be one of those years where the people who are putting money on Draymond Green are kind of just like the casuals who only watch these nationally televised games, only watch the Warriors and Lakers. They don't watch the Cleveland Cavaliers. So my only hope, my goal, my dream is that whoever is voting on these fucking awards doesn't look at this and go, yeah, those Golden State Warriors though, it was really Draymond Green's defense that turned them around. God, no. Jimmy Butler turned this team around. Steph Curry turned this team around. Draymond Green has been huge as well. I don't want to underestimate what he's done or what he's accomplished with the team, but he does not deserve Defensive Player of the Year. As for Evan Mobley being the defensive anchor of a team that is now, I think, #1 in the Eastern Conference, beating out a Boston Celtics team that many people thought were going to run the East and be #1 for years and years and years, there's a true threat out East now. There's a team out there that people are now looking at and saying, okay, it's not just the Boston Celtics show. The Cavaliers are there and they're going to try to make a move as well. Now, I can't make a DPOY video without mentioning Dyson Daniels. He's also been one of those guys that many people have advocated for and wanted to win this award. My only problem with Dyson Daniels is team record, and I guess you could also say team defensive rating. The Atlanta Hawks as a team suck on defense and they aren't a good winning team. And I don't think you win awards like this when you're a play-in caliber team or whatever. Kind of the same exact situation as Draymond Green if they didn't get Jimmy Butler. Like if the Warriors were in the play-in tournament right now and they didn't get nationally televised games every single day, I'm sure there wouldn't be a big conversation around Draymond Green's defense, no matter how much he went on his own podcast and started screaming and crying about it. But it is pretty crazy to see this happen. Here's his tweet. I'll put it up on the screen right now. Here were his odds throughout the season. You're telling me in January he had a plus 12,500 chance. That's like the same chance as fucking Kevin Huerter winning the award. And in the matter of months, even when Wemby went down, he was at plus 5,000, and literally within the span of 1 month, not even an entire month, jumped from plus 5,000 all the way to negative 370. That being said, Warriors fans, if you're watching this and you don't agree with me, that's okay. Comment down below your opinions. I love reading and responding to everyone in the comment section. And before people with Steph Curry profile pictures start dropping hate comments, I should clarify once again, I am not trying to take away or diminish Draymond Green's season with the Warriors. I know he's been outstanding defensively as he's always been, and like I said, I don't even care that he's on his podcast saying he deserves to win it. I just think that Evan Mobley is by far the better defender, but that's just my opinion. Like I said, go in the comments. I read and respond to everyone. While you're down there, if you want to hit the like and subscribe button, that would help out a ton. And yeah, man, the NBA season is coming to a close, so the playoff videos are about to be starting up soon. You're gonna want to watch those when they come out. I will see you guys all in the next one. Later.